Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Byers Field at Bolton Stadium here in Parma, Ohio. It is time for the Division II state semifinals in high school football. Tonight, the Massillon Tigers, undefeated in the regular season, undefeated in the postseason, taking on the also unbeaten Avon Eagles. Hi again, everyone. Dave DeNatale alongside the D-man Dennis Manoloff here up top here at Byers Field, and you get the battle of the unbeatens. You have, as you call them, the Fighting Spielmans and the Massillon Tigers, a storied program against a team that's been kind of a perennial state contender over the last couple of years in Avon. Can't ask for much more than this.
Dino, this is incredible. I mean, for me, personally, it is a dream come true for me to watch Massillon Jackson play football. I've never seen it in person. And the Fighting Spielmans, legendary. And so I cannot wait. That's no disrespect to Avon. Of course, an amazing program, so well coached. But it's a festive atmosphere here, to say the least.
Yeah, this is Massillon is, you have three great schools in Massillon. This is, of course, Massillon Washington, the Tigers, Massillon Jackson, and Perry.
Slip of the tongue.
Yeah, no, I knew you knew what you meant, but I know people are going to be like,
yeah,
okay,
in big trouble. For
yeah,
that.
right,
I apologize.
absolutely, but. The Tigers are going to kick off, and Avon is going to start with the football first, and that's probably a good thing for Mike Elder's team here, and we'll explain why in a minute as we are set to go here. The winner tonight will play for a state championship next weekend in Canton. Will it be Massillon or will it be Avon? Ready to go here in Parma. Kickoff is away. It's going to sail to about the 4-yard line. Joey Lance has it out to the 10, and he gets buried at the 11-yard line as Massillon, a sea of orange jerseys, come down and tackle Joey Lance right about at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, it's well documented. Avon is severely undermanned. They've had significant injury losses, specifically at the quarterback position. So last thing you want to do is bobble the kickoff return and be pinned at your 11.
Chase Myers is a sophomore, will start at quarterback. He is essentially the third-string quarterback for the Eagles. They've had to use three different quarterbacks in this postseason. We'll explain more about that in a second. 1st and 10 for Avon at their own 11 as we get tonight's game underway, and they'll go on the ground on first down. And taking it forward for very little is Devon Hunter. Maybe about a half yard or so, and that's about it. It'll be 2nd and long. Myers is replacing Nico Pappas, who you'll hear him tonight on the defensive side, who is replacing Danny Zay, the starting quarterback, who had a great year, as Avon was undefeated in the regular season, of course, as we mentioned at the top. But Zay got hurt against Worcester, and then Pappas, in the following game against Benedictine, hurt his hand. He's okay enough to play defense, can't play quarterback. As Hunter will get the carry on 2nd down, he'll go forward to about the 14-yard line. They might even give him the 15, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6. Hunter replacing, this is going to sound like a broken record tonight, folks. He's replacing an injured player, Nick Perusek, who is a terrific back for Avon, injured his knee about midway through the season, and Hunter ended up replacing him and getting about 1,000 yards.
Dino, I take it the crowd mic can pick up. We are on the Massillon side, and Massillon brings people to a football game.
You got here early this afternoon. They were tailgating here.
Yeah. Fires burning, hot dogs cooking. I mean, it was incredible.
Myers on the shotgun, gets the snap on 3rd and 6, sets up a little bubble screen. Lance has it back at the 15 and can't shed the would-be tackler. Robbie Page came up and was able to get him down right at the 16-yard line. It's only a gain of 1, and it sets up a 4th down and a punting situation for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, you were forced to go with a short completion attempt there because Massillon's so fast. And, I heard before the game, the Massillon people and some of the radio guys saying this is as complete a Massillon team as they've seen in a long, long time.
Arlen Bengu will punt it away. You've got 2 men back deep for the Tigers in double safety, one of them being Robbie Page at their own 45-yard line. I would assume Jaden Bowers, the other one. I didn't see a number on there. Long count here for Bengu to get this kick away, and the play clock went down. I don't know if did Mike Elder get a timeout here or what? Or nope, move it back 5 yards. So the penalty will move it back to the 11, and
I don't understand how you allow the play clock to.
I don't either. That's Not something you would expect there. So everybody will move up here, including the guys in double safety here back to receive. As Bengu gets the kick away. Good spiral. Back at the 49-yard line, it's received there. Ballard will cross the 45 and be put out of bounds. Actually, it wasn't Ballard, it was Page. He got put out of bounds at the 41-yard line. But great field position for this high-powered Tiger offense. Aiden Longwell at the controls at quarterback. You've got Jaden Ballard and Andrew Wilson-Lamp. I don't know if there's a better set of receivers anywhere in the state of Ohio than those two gentlemen. Zion Pfeiffer is going to start tonight at the running back position.
Dino, I tell you, as part of our prep, before the game, we're watching Aiden just throwing ropes. I mean, he was zipping the ball all over the place.
And Longwell will go to Pfeiffer on first down, crosses the 40, takes it to the 35, breaks a tackle, and takes it near the first down to about the 31. Going to be about a half yard shy of the first down. But Zion Pfeiffer, we had heard that Terrence Keys might not start tonight. He's got a turf toe issue. And so Pfeiffer's, at least for now, out there and getting that carry on first down. Get out of the pistol, 2nd and 1. Longwell with two receivers to the right, back on the ground. Pfeiffer's got it. He's got the first down across the 30 and down to the 29-yard line.
And already, Dino, you're seeing Massillon imposing its will on the interior. The first series against Avon, the defensive line, and then this series, now the offensive line, just pushing the pile.
Avon operates out of a 3-4 defense, and they've been getting turnovers in this postseason. Mike Matlack, the cornerback, had a pick 6 last week against Avon Lake to help put that game away. Longwell on a first down, sets up a bubble screen to the right. Wilson Lamp has it at the 25, spins to the 24, and he'll get put down there for about a gain of 5. But Andrew Wilson Lamp a lot of times gets lost because of Jaden Ballard's video game numbers this year, but that's Wilson Lamp's 50th catch of the year.
Yeah, and you're going to get the zip from Longwell. You got it out there. Credit Avon for good pursuit of the football there. Multiple guys.
They give him 6 on that pickup, 2nd and 4. Longwell will go to Pfeiffer, and Avon initially had him put down. He was able to surge ahead to about the 21. It's going to be short of the first down. It'll set up a 3rd down and short. Looked like Dave Barron, the linebacker, came up to make the tackle, kind of the finishing tackle for the Eagles, and we've got an injured Tiger down at the 21-yard line.
Dino, I'm already seeing high energy from Avon, number 74, Dominic Vacos. He's got some intensity out there.
He's a good one.
In the interior line.
5'8", 246-pound junior, comes in with a sack and 3 TFLs. Chris Pepe is the guy that's going to we're going to have to call his number, I think, a lot tonight for Avon on their defense if they're to have success. He has 7.5 sacks this year. As they're worried about the tending to an injured Massillon player at the 21-yard line. The Tigers, coming into this game, are off the win against Hoban last week. Not kind of avenged the loss in the state championship last year. Knocked out Hoban after 4 straight state championships, and now it has them here in the state semis. Massillon has such a great tradition of of being an elite program, the Fighting Spielmans. I love that nickname, by the way. Massillon, Washington. But they have not won a state championship since 1970. They've not won it in the playoff era of high school football, in the state of Ohio. They've won it, when it was just basically picked by the writers, by the AP. But since they went to the playoff format, they've never won a state championship.
Right, and I think I'm not the only one, but the Spielman Wheaties cover is what made this program transcendent, or was part of what made this program transcendent. Just to know the history, but also with Spielman being on the Wheaties box. All right, here's the injured player.
Yeah, left guard John Kuth. He's a 6'1", 320-pound junior, and not putting any weight, as D-Man says, on that right leg. So I believe Emmanuel McElroy will come in to replace him at that left guard. Massillon's got a 3rd and 2 at the Avon 21. 8:11 to go, first quarter. No score in this Division II state semifinal. The winner will play either Elder or Toledo Central Catholic next week down in Canton. Out of the pistol, Longwell trying to draw the Eagles off sides. Now he looks over at Nate Moore for the play here. Play clock is at 15. As Ballard goes wide left. Andrew Wilson-Lamp goes wide right, 2 wings in the backfield. High snap, Longwell pulls it down, gives the Pfeiffer first down to the 15, and finally brought down at about the 13-yard line by linebacker Jake Wilson. But that's a first down pickup again for Zion Pfeiffer. 200-pound senior. He came into tonight with 84 carries, so it wasn't like he hadn't been used a lot. He's been used to spell Terrence Keys quite a bit, and they've gone him early and often on this drive.
Yeah, Dino, you wonder if the coaches saw something and there was a change of play at the end there. It was an excellent job of the execution by Massillon.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. A high snap pulled down by Longwell. Pfeiffer's got it to the 5. He goes to the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown, Massillon Tigers. Zion Pfeiffer takes it in for the touchdown as Massillon draws first blood.
I mean, Dino, that is a big man right there. Short in height, but a thick dude, and you will need more than one guy to take him down.
He is a bulldog, and not a Canton-McKinley bulldog either for you Massillon fans out there. I mean, just tough, determined running between the tackles. And the Tigers with the early 6-0 lead. Here's the extra point for Alex Bauer, who's had a brilliant year as the kicker. It is up on its way, and it is perfect. Kicked it over to Day Drive there.
I was going to say he might have hit my car in the Byers Field parking lot with that bomb. Listen, I mean, you couldn't have scripted a much better start for Massillon. They get the 3 and out on defense, and then they turn around and just impose their will physically on Avon on the offensive side and take it right down the field.
And you pointed out it was the field position that really started it because Avon started that drive at their own 11 and didn't give their offense a whole lot of breathing room.
It was unfortunate for Avon to start that way, and then Massillon made sure to capitalize on it.
Because of the injuries, and Myers now, who spent the year as the JV starting quarterback for the Eagles, to take some of the pressure off him, last week Mike Elder, the head coach of the Eagles, did some wildcatting, both with Joey Lance, the wide receiver, and Devon Hunter, the running back. Just whatever they could do to take the pressure off of the young man. And it seemed to work out pretty well, but this is different.
You're going to have to go back to the Wildcat against the Tigers. You're going to need the Wildcat because I don't think you're going to have too much success throwing against these guys.
Joey Lance this time with a better return as he crossed the 20 and took it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the Eagles will start 1st and 10. The wide receivers are Joey Lance, Cam Erskine, and Tommy Purcell. Andrew Smith is the tight end. Hunter is the running back. Myers, of course, the quarterback. Chris Pepe at left tackle. Jason Clay at left guard. Mason Bingham, the sophomore, at center. Nate Tran is replacing the injured Tommy Lawrence at right guard. And Jake Fry is right tackle. So let's see if the Eagles can respond here. 7:22 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Massillon after the TD run by Zion Pfeiffer. And it looks like on this first down, Joey Lance is set up here for the Wildcat. 3 receivers left, but Lance is going to get the direct snap. He's got it. Student body left, follows Hunter, gets it to the 25 and out to the 28-yard line. So Lance picks up 6 yards on first down. He got a big touchdown last week, D-Man, against Avon Lake. It was about a 60-yarder operating out of the Wildcat, something that the Shoremen just weren't ready for.
Yeah, Dino, like I said, I think that's going to have to be the way Avon moves the football tonight, predominantly via the Wildcat.
3 wide receivers for the Eagles, 2nd down and about 4. And again, it's Lance at the quarterback spot, basically out of the Wildcat. As Hunter will stand to his left in the shotgun. 2nd down here and about 4 for the Eagles. And Lance has the snap, goes up the gut, and this time doesn't find a whole lot of room. He'll get a yard or so to the 29-yard line, and that's it. Emmanuel McElroy, a 330-pound senior nose tackle, there to finish off the play. They actually gave Lucas a generous spot to the 30. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Dino, you want to talk about key plays in a game? I mean, we're already there.
I agree with you.
If you're Avon, you've got to get a first down right here.
Keep your defense off the field. 3rd and 2, Lucas gets the snap, rolls right, looks, tucks, runs, and he'll get the first down on a fine second effort out to the 34-yard line before Noah Richards, the linebacker, makes the stop. Boy, it looked like he was going to be hemmed in back at the 30 and just kind of vaulted his way forward for the first down.
That's a terrific play, and I'll tell you what, Dino, Noah Mangan, He was open down the field, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Avon coaching staff saw that.
I would agree with you.
Use that wrinkle a little later in the game.
Lance will stay in at quarterback, trips left, and Devon Hunter in the backfield with him, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs here for the Eagles at their own 34-yard line. And they'll go on the ground to Hunter, runs left to the 35 and out to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. Hunter averages 6 yards per carry this year and scored 18 touchdowns. And again, he really didn't become the starter. I think Perusek was hurt on October 1st. So, it wasn't a whole lot of time to be the regular starter, but he's done a terrific job.
Yeah, Dino, I mean, you would say it's amazing the job that Mike Elder has done with the Avon team this year, but it's really not amazing because that's what Elder does. Yeah. He's that good of a coach. You expect him to come up with a competitive team no matter how many injuries he faces.
Document that more here in a second. Hunter got 5 on 1st down, 2nd and 5. They'll fake to him. Lance keeps, goes to the 40, to the 45, 50, down the left sideline to the 40, and he'll run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Joey Lance found a crack of daylight on the left side of the offensive line and gets a big gainer for the Eagles.
That's a terrific job of patience there by Lance. He probed the middle, and he felt the space outside and popped out there with some really nice speed.
4:40 to go in the first. Lance gives to Hunter. Hunter will leap ahead to about the 31. So give him about 4 on the pickup, 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Dino, that's what you got to do if you're Avon. You got to know huddle in certain situations, like they did there, the hurry up. You have to try to get Massillon off balance when you're undermanned like Avon is.
Just to illustrate what D-Man was talking about a minute ago, the Eagles have made the playoffs 10 straight years and 11 in the last 12 under Mike Elder, who's in his 13th season with the Eagles. Consistent excellence.
Phenomenal coach.
As Lucas, on a delay give, goes to Hunter inside the 30, and they'll mark him at about the 27-yard line, so give him about 4 more on the pickup. It'll be 3rd and 2.
You hit that. It was a strange handoff because it was delayed. Usually, the quarterback will get it in the belly and then pull it out. This time, it took a while for the ball to get into the belly.
Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Massillon, but Avon on the march now. They face a 3rd down and 2 at the Massillon 27.
Dino, this is 4-down territory.
Oh, there's no question.
There's no doubt about it.
As it will be now, 3 wide receivers, including 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Lucas, another delay give. Hunter on the counter will go left side, and he gets close to the 25. From where the side judge to our right is, it's a 1st down. But as we've seen here in this postseason,
you never know.
You never exactly right.
They're short.
And see, they're going to be short. Yeah, because that's why I held them. They were short. So it's going to be 4th and about 2 feet.
I think you come up under center and sneak
I agree.
but they're not going to be able to.
Lucas runs right and gets the 1st down to the 20-yard line, still on his feet and finally wrestled down there. Robbie Page made the tackle with Preston Hodges, and it's a 1st down for Avon at the 20-yard line. Having a terrific drive here that started at their own 22.
Yeah, Coach Elder's like, who needs to sneak when I can run what I want to run?
Yeah.
With Lance. I really like Joey Lance already in this game, Dino.
Tommy Purcell, Mike Matlack go out wide left. On 1st and 10, Lance will look over left side. His receiver to the right is Noah Mangan. 2:25, and that's the other thing. This drive is taking time off the clock. That's exactly what Avon wants to do. 1st and 10, and they'll fake to Hunter. Lucas keeps it inside the 20, or Lance, I should say, inside the 20, and out to the 17-yard line. Took a big pop, as you heard my partner exclaim, because it was, but he gets 3 yards on the gain, 2nd down and 7.
I wish my vision were better. I can't quite tell who hit him, but oh my goodness, it was a shot from one of the DBs.
Might have been Williams. I heard somebody say 17.
I see him walking away, but it's really hard to see those numbers.
Yeah, it's the
orange. Massillon for those orange uniforms with the black numbers in the dark. It's tough.
Slightly easier to read than Menner's gray with red. Slightly. Second down and 7. Yes, this time, Luke, it'll be Joey Lance running left side, gets inside the 15, and Joey Lance continues to move the pile forward to the 10-yard line. Give him 7 on that carry.
Yeah, just a shifty.
That should be a first down, D-man.
Shifty maneuver there by Lance. He's taking his time. One of the things that could get you in trouble there is hitting the hole too early.
Yes.
And pressing the issue. He's patiently waiting for holes to open or seams to open, and he's popping them.
This drive has been exactly what the doctor ordered here for the Eagles. We approach a minute to go. Lance rolls right, wants to throw. Now he's going to run from the 10 to the 5 and down to about the 3-yard line. Just kind of suckered everybody in, and then took off.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Lance. Speaking of patience, you know, he had the deke on. It looked like he might be throwing it. He kind of started jogging, and then he took off.
They'll mark the ball just inside the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Actually, mark it at the 2 to be fair. As Avon will send Noah Mangan out wide left. Matlack is slot left. 2nd and goal at the 2. We're under a minute to go in the first quarter. It'll be a keeper to the right, and second effort goes in for the touchdown. Joey Lance.
Wow. What a drive by the Avon Eagles.
Joey Lance did a lot of the work himself, and he deserved that 2-yard touchdown run. That is his 5th touchdown rushing this year to go with 10 touchdown catches. And with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter, Avon an extra point away from tying the ball game.
Sir Lancelot, what an awesome performance he had. And everything you could have asked for Avon, the points and the time chewed up. I mean, incredible job.
I mean, that was picture perfect. Here's the extra point from Nathan Vakos. It's up, and it is good.
Another bomb.
Yeah.
Boy, it's no surprise, Dino, when you get into the playoffs, you see kickers that can really hammer the ball.
61 for 61 on the PATs for Vakos, and Bauer, 75 of 77.
Yeah, these guys are legit.
Yeah.
They don't just pop it over the crossbar. They bomb it beyond the band.
But
what a drive,
that's a legit response. That was a 78-yard touchdown drive. No passes. Everything was either Hunter or Lance, and it worked out very well.
And, Dino, we talked about how critical that first 3rd down of that possession was.
Yes.
I mean, imagine if Avon doesn't get it and has to punt down 7-0. Massillon will probably have decent field position. Instead, they sustain the drive all the way down to the end zone. Massillon having trouble with that Wildcat, at least as of now.
Right.
So we've got ourselves a ball game.
Well, and here's the thing. If Massillon goes up 14-0, unlike what we saw last week with Menor, I mean, Avon's not in a position right now where they can be throwing the football to come back. I mean, they've got to keep it in that 1-score threshold. They can't afford to fall behind too much because of the way they have to play running the football.
Tremendous point. Yes, it doesn't look like a Wildcat-based team is built to come from behind multiple scores.
Wilson Lamp and Ballard amongst those back deep to receive in a 7-7 ball game late in this first quarter. Little squib kick along the turf. It'll be picked up at the 13-yard line, out to the 20, and down to about the 24-yard line. And the returner was Luke Murphy, I believe. And that is where the Tigers will start with 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 tie. Touchdown runs. Joey Lance for Avon and Zion Pfeiffer for the Tigers.
Dino, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Massillon, given the power of Longwell's arm, doesn't go for a home run hit right out of the gate here.
Wouldn't be surprised either.
On this first down play. It wouldn't shock me in the least.
1st and 10, shotgun. Longwell will go to Pfeiffer. They run it, and this time Avon's ready for it. Chris Pepe and Michael Lobb, the 2 defensive ends, closed in quickly to cut off that play for a very, very short gain, and that probably will be the final play of the first quarter as well. Yeah, Mike Lobb gets credited for that TFL. They'll say no gain, 2nd and 10. It won't be a TFL, but that's...
Massillon's going to try to get a play in before the
3, 2, 1. Got it.
Oh.
Just in time. Quick throw to the right. Pass caught at the 30. And going to the first down marker is Jerron Hodges, the 5'8 senior receiver. He goes right to the 34-yard line. And that will be a first down for the Tigers when we start the second quarter.
I mean, that's too easy. That's pitch and catch for Longwell. Just a nice, easy. The ball just comes out of his hand. So easy, as you would expect from a baseball recruit, a college baseball recruit, a pitcher.
Going to Tyler Carey's alma mater, the Kent State Golden Flashes.
I mean, just a smooth delivery, and if the football's coming out this fast, imagine what the baseball comes out of his hand.
Right?
I mean, my goodness.
So 1 quarter in the books here at Byers Field at Bolton Stadium. 7-7 tie. Avon and Massillon all knotted up in this Division II state semifinal. Again, this is one half of the bracket, Elder and Central Catholic. The other half of the bracket, we're also keeping a close eye tonight on Menor and Aurora, the other 2 teams from Northeast Ohio who are playing tonight, who are in state semifinal action. And then tomorrow, Kirtland and the Lucas Cubs are also vying to make their advance to the state championship round next week.
Yeah, Dino, I realize that Massillon has just started its second possession, so it hasn't had a chance to respond to Avon's second possession, which was a touchdown. But the first quarter, victory for Avon.
Oh, no question.
The fact that they were tied ending the first quarter is a huge accomplishment for Avon.
Couldn't have scripted it any better. 1st and 10 after that pickup, and quick throw again for Longwell. It's caught by Ballard. He was wide open at the 45. Makes a move to the 50, to the 45, and finally put down at the 41-yard line by safety Nico Pappas. That's the problem. You give Jalen Ballard too much space, and he will kill you.
Right, and that's way too much cushion, even as good as Ballard is. And I'll tell you what, Avon's going to have to adjust, because if I'm Massillon, I keep doing that. I mean, that's an extended handoff that can go for 15 or a touchdown.
2 receivers left. Ballard over to the right. They'll go on the ground. Pfeiffer's got it inside the 40, and Avon will put him down at the Eagle 39-yard line. It's a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. And on cue, Tyler Carey with some score updates for us. Mansfield
fastest scores in the West.
Oh, he has dominated this postseason compared to anybody else. Mansfield and Aurora are tied at 7 over at Nordonia in Division III state semifinal action. Menor leading Pickerington Central 7-0. Actually, no, now it's 7-7 tie in the first. And Elder is scoreless as Longwell wants to throw. Has time, rolls left, now throws deep, and it's incomplete. Was throwing in the area. Anthony Pedro was over there. And I think Andrew Wilson-Lamp was also in that vicinity. Just good coverage downfield by the Eagles.
Yeah, Dino, and listen, far from me to tell Massillon what to do, but you just got to throw a quick screen to these wideouts and let them work, because there's too much cushion on the outside being afforded the Massillon receiver. Now Avon's tightening it up. It might set up a slant and go.
3rd down and 8 now for the Tigers. Back to throw Longwell.
That's wide open.
Sets up a screen. Pfeiffer's got it at the 35. First down to the 30 and knocked out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. But that is a first down. And as you said, it was wide open. And Massillon, they have a lot of patience. They'll take what the defense gives them with all their explosive players. They're not afraid to just kind of nickel and dime down the field.
And that's the right approach. No reason you have to hurry.
So it's a first down pickup on the throw to Pfeiffer. Now he'll run it, and this time he's hemmed under at the 26 for about a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. First quarter's numbers were given around. Can I see that stat sheet real quick? Yeah, they didn't share it with us. Thank you very much. First quarter numbers there, D-Man. We'll let you peruse those here real quick. 10:25 to go, first half. We're tied at 7, but Massillon's on the move now. 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line of the Eagles.
Avon with 1 passing yard, and the score's tied. So that's impressive.
Yeah. Pfeiffer, 6 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. Lance, 9 carries, 64 yards and a touchdown. Pfeiffer will get it again, and he springs ahead across the 25 and falls down at about the 22, so give him about 3 more, and it'll set up a 3rd and 4. But time of possession, in that first quarter. 9-14 for Avon, 2-11 for Massillon.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, Mike Elder couldn't have scripted that any better. So, again, 2-yard pickup, 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers at the Avon 22. Trips right, one receiver left. Longwell looks right. He'll set up another screen. Pfeiffer's got it, 25, 20 to the 15, and he's upended at about the 13-yard line, but that's another Massillon first down, courtesy of just a quick screen pass to Zion Pfeiffer.
Yeah, it's the opposite side. They went to him on the left side a few plays ago, this time the right side. The coaching staff correctly saying, look, we don't think that Avon defended it. We know they didn't defend it the first time. We're going to challenge them to defend it the second time. Simple swing out of the backfield, and right now there's way too much space for the Massillon running back.
Ball at the right hash. 1st and 10 at the 13. Longwell will go on the ground, and there's a new back inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. It might have been, is that Luke Murphy on the carry?
Dino, you got x-ray vision, man, because I cannot see those numbers.
Yeah.
Man,
okay, it was Raekwon Benson was the carrier on that play. I could tell that it wasn't Pfeiffer, but I just wasn't sure who it
Pfeiffer's
was.
back there now.
Yeah, he's back there now. But
I know
Benson.
what he looks like after the first drive.
Yeah, exactly. So does Avon. Pfeiffer gets it again. Goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in for the touchdown. Yeah, everybody knows what he looks like.
Yeah, he's just a fire hydrant. He's just built so thick and so strong. Tacklers, would-be tacklers, just bounce off him.
Another impressive touchdown run by Zion Pfeiffer and an impressive answer by the Massillon Tigers. They're back on top 13-7 with 8:28 to play in the first half.
Just a tremendous job by Massillon so far on the offensive side.
We were talking to our good friend, and you do a podcast with him, Kenny Rhoda, who's patrolling the sidelines for Canton Radio WHBC tonight. The one thing is the extra point is up. It has plenty of distance. It just did clear the upright to the left, and it is good for Alex Bauer. Massillon, they'll lull you into just, the 5 to 10 yarders, and they'll take them. And then just when you think you kind of creep up, they dial up a long call either to Wilson Lamp or to Ballard, and as a defensive coordinator, you don't know what to do then.
But you know what, so far they haven't gone to the bombs. And I'll say this is why they're great coaches, and I'm not a coach, because if I had a quarterback with Longwell's arm, all I'd want to do is throw deep all the time.
Right.
And guess what Massillon did the first 2 possessions? Nickel dime, run between the tackles, take what the defense gives. They didn't try to force anything deep downfield. The passes that were most effective were the swing passes to the back. So credit the Massillon coaching staff for being patient and not trying to throw a home run every other play.
Zion Pfeiffer now with 10 touchdown runs on the season, 2 of them tonight, as his kick will be fielded at about the 5-yard line. It's not Lance this time, running to the 22 to the 23-yard line and taking it down there is Bruce Dooley, looked like, on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers, or the Eagles, I should say, at their own 23. And we'll see what Avon does after that terrific drive that featured essentially just the Wildcat there from Joey Lance. I wouldn't think they would do a whole lot of deviating from that.
Yeah, I think Avon's got to make Massillon stop that Wildcat first.
Yeah, see, it looks like, though, that might be Myers back in there. 1st and 10. And Myers will pitch it out. Hunter's got it at the 20, runs left to the 25, and gets tripped up finally at about the 28-yard line. That's a pretty good play. I think that was Isaiah Roberson, the cornerback, who just kind of stuck with it, and finally was able to reach out and make the tackle of Hunter, but Hunter took it out near the 29-yard line on 1st down. They'll mark it at the 28. So 2nd down and 5 coming up. Yeah, right now, Lance is a receiver, and it is Myers at quarterback for the moment. 2nd and 5. Myers has Hunter to his left. It looked like somebody for Avon's offensive line on the left side saw the blitz and got a little antsy, and a false start coming up. It's been a pretty clean game here to this point in terms of the penalty flags. I think Avon's been penalized twice on a couple of 5-yarders. It'll be now 2nd down and 10.
And here's the thing, too, Dino. I think Massillon knows it can move the ball and score touchdowns. So, as a result, defensively, I think they can take more chances. They can blitz more, run blitzes, pass blitzes, you name it. Well, he wanted it. Yeah. That corner wanted to go. He really wants to go.
Yeah. Anthony Pedro wants to. Yeah, I see exactly what you're looking at. 2nd and 10 after the penalty. Myers will go on the ground. Hunter's got it out to the 25-yard line, only about a gain of 2. And it's going to set up a 3rd down and long here for the Eagles. Exactly what they don't want to do is have these 3rd and passing situations. They liked it when it was 3rd and 2 when we saw it down on the other side with Joey Lance.
I'd kind of like to see Lance, to be honest with you, in the Wildcat here. I think that gives him the best chance, but we'll see.
Under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Eagles down by 7 and facing a 3rd and 7 at their own 26. As rolling to his right is Myers. In trouble. Stops, pops, looks for Lance, and it's intercepted. And it is going to be intercepted by the Tigers at the Avon 34-yard line. And on the pick was Robbie Page, his 3rd of the season.
Yeah, Robbie Page makes a nice pick on the sideline and then sprints across the field in record time. But, that pass just took too long to get to the intended target.
Yeah, it was such a deep roll by Chase Myers. And that gave, Page essentially is a safety. That gave him time to creep up on Joey Lance and make the interception. So now the Tigers, already up 7, will take over at the Avon 33 and see. Longwell wants to go deep. Looks right for Ballard. Makes the catch inside the 15. Now they're going to say out of bounds. Boy, it was double covered and still made that catch, but just could not get a foot down inbounds. 2nd and 10. Not by much. But that's exactly, you could kind of feel like that was coming after the turnover.
I'll tell you what I do, Dino. I swing it again.
I would too.
Swing it to Pfeiffer.
2nd and 10. Longwell looks left, throws left, try to short pass. It's caught at the 29-yard line. They didn't go to Pfeiffer, but you had the right idea. It was Jerron Hodges on the catch.
That was well covered by Avon. I still don't think that Avon's defense is set up to cover Pfeiffer out of the backfield.
I don't either.
At least not yet, not what I've seen.
So it sets up now a 3rd and 5, 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Massillon by a touchdown, trying to add more. Longwell looks deep over the middle. It is incomplete and almost intercepted at about the 10-yard line. The ball was deflected, and it got caught in a no-man's land, and an Avon Eagle nearly came up with the pick.
Yeah, they're going for it, Dino.
Not surprised.
No surprise, yeah. Again, it sounds like a broken record for me, but you just swing it to the back, and I think Massillon will be in good shape.
I was trying to see who almost made the pick for Avon. It might have been Nico Pappas. All right. 4th and 5 for Massillon at the Avon 28. Longwell, high snap, goes to Pfeiffer, up the gut, and he'll get the first down and a lot more. To the 15, still on his feet, to about the 11-yard line.
Are you kidding me, Dino?
17 bruising yards by Zion Pfeiffer, and that's a first down for the Massillon Tigers.
This guy, are you kidding me? He's just banging around. He's like the Dodgem cars at the amusement park, just banging off people.
Bounce, bounce, bounce at the 11. Longwell, high snap, pulls it down, back to Pfeiffer, and he'll go inside the 10. Jake Wilson held on to him and was able to put him down at about the 6. That's a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. The Tigers can get a first down without getting a touchdown here. But keep in mind now, Massillon will get the ball first to start the second half. So with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, a lot riding on how this all plays out here. 2nd and 5. Back on the ground. Pfeiffer runs right and gets to the 5, gets to the 4.
Still won't go down.
Still won't go down.
He won't go down. He refuses to go down.
The officials will finally blow it dead at the 4-yard line because it took about 9 white jerseys to stop Pfeiffer in his tracks.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he
right
is.
Out of the chute, this guy just runs hard. He's got the low center of gravity. He's so thick. You can't get him down with a first or second hit.
Pfeiffer in the backfield behind Aiden Longwell, 3rd and 2 from the Avon 4. Pfeiffer again, up the gut, spinning, and in the end zone for a touchdown on another brilliant run.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
You combine the physicality with the spin moves. How do you tackle this guy?
Unbelievable run. 4 yards for Zion Pfeiffer, his 3rd touchdown of the first half. And there's a late flag after the touchdown.
Well, it certainly wasn't Pfeiffer because he was act like you've been there before. He just handed the ball to the official. Looks like it might be on one of the Massillon players, though, because the official's talking to
Nate Moore, who's like 5 yards on the field, saying, what's going on? We might have one of those unsportsmanlike kickoff type of things. 4:18 to go here in the first half as they piece together the penalty here. Officials say what? Dead ball, personal foul, Massillon. Any more? Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Offset.
Avon, penalties offset, touchdown. And we'll kick the extra point. Very good.
Officials don't want to tolerate anything that resembles chippiness.
Yep. Again, Zion Pfeiffer. Just a brilliant touchdown run. Man, is he fun to watch. 20-7 as Bauer will kick the extra point. This is going to be important, though, for Avon. They'll have all the timeouts remaining, but it's important for them to respond before halftime.
You know, they've got to respond with the Wildcat. I don't think they can expect to go the other way.
I don't either.
And move the ball.
High snap, it's pulled down, the kick is up,
No.
and it is good.
Boy, did get it. Okay.
Just did get it.
Wow.
It's a good
Sneaking
job by
inside the left upright.
It's a fine job by the holder for the Tigers to get that ball down for Alex Bauer. And with 4:18 to go here before halftime, Massillon on 3 Zion Pfeiffer touchdowns lead Avon 21-7.
You know what, Dino? It's the first time I've gotten to see Pfeiffer run, obviously, because it's the first time I've seen Massillon Washington play. I'm going to use an NFL player comparison. Not saying he's going to go to the NFL, but Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Maurice Jones-Drew. Low to the ground.
Low center of gravity.
Super thick and strong, and so hard to knock down, so hard to tackle. He combines the physicality with the light feet, the quick feet, the spins. And when you have that combination, it's got to be incredibly difficult for the defense.
Whereas Terrence Keys, who's normally the starter, he's more like Fred Taylor, 190 pounds, not quite as of a bruiser, still a tremendous back in his own right, but Pfeiffer's been brilliant tonight. Lance has the kick at the 10-yard line, runs through his left. Oh, he got nailed at about the 16-yard line. Good coverage downfield. Seth Lance tackling Joey Lance there on special teams.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dino, after the first quarter, we were talking about how Avon had done its job to hold its own and be tied, but now you're in dangerous territory here because you have to sustain a possession that gets you out of the half no worse than down 14.
And I know it was probably in your game plan to alternate series maybe for, with Myers and Lance, but yeah, I mean, you got to throw that away here. Your best
thing.
Yeah, he's in there now at quarterback. Joey Lance is. 1st and 10 at the 15. 4:13 to go. Lance on the Wildcat, runs right, goes to the outside, look out to the 20, 25, and runs out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And they're going to mark him probably right around the 30. It's about a gain of 15 and a first down for Joey Lance.
It's Lance versus Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And I like both guys. They're both running the ball very well, different styles. but both very effective.
Give Joey 16 on that run. They'll mark it at the 31-yard line of Avon. And a first down, 4:06 to go here in the second quarter. Massillon 21, Avon 7. Eagles trying to respond here. Desperate for a score before halftime. Out of the pistol, Joey Lance from the Wildcat will fake the handoff, keep it himself on a little delay, and he'll score it ahead to the 35-yard line and got about 4 on the play. Good job of ball handling there from Lance, faking it to Hunter and getting 4.
Yeah, and Lance really did make something out of a potential loss because Massillon did an excellent job of setting the edge. Lance was able to put the foot in the ground and duck inside to get some yards.
We actually spot the ball just shy of the 35, so it's second and a long 6, closer to 7. Clock still moving, 3:30 and counting to play in the second quarter. Eagles do have all their timeouts remaining here if they can get a drive sustained here. Second down, and Lance got a hole to the left, cuts inside of the 40, first down, 45, gets to the 50 in the Massillon territory and down to the 48-yard line.
Beautiful play design there, and that was one of those cases where Lance couldn't afford to be patient. He had to hit the hole immediately, and he did.
Boy, he moves so well in the open field and reads those blocks tremendously.
Slippery is a good word,
yeah,
I think, to describe Mr. Lance.
I would agree. 3 receivers for the Eagles, but right now it's all Wildcat at the Massillon 48-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go, first half. The Eagles down 14 on the march. As Devon Hunter will move to the left now of Wildcat quarterback Joey Lance. And it's Hunter getting the carry, runs to the right, and gets across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. So about a gain of 4 on the play. Second and 6.
You had to give Lance a break.
Yeah,
he
deserves
human.
it.
He can't run every single time.
And he's just patted Devon Hunter on the back and like to say, hey, thanks, partner, I needed that. 2:20 and counting. Second down and 6. Avon's going to have to, at some point, though, be cognizant of the clock here. They want it to run, but they want to leave themselves time here. As Lucas gets to Lance. I keep calling Lucas. Joey Lance runs to the right, and he'll take it down across the 42, down near the 41. And that's going to set up a third down and about 4.
Again, Dino, Massillon did a nice job of stringing that out. Credit Lance for getting some positive yards.
Gets something out of nothing. 1:40 and counting. Third down and 4 as the Eagles break the huddle. At the Massillon 42, they'll go 4 wide this time and try to spread Massillon out. Joey Lance out of the shotgun. Back to throw. Quarterback draw to the 40, to the 39, and put down there about a yard shy of the first down. And the Eagles are going to take a timeout on a 4th down and 1 coming up.
Well, that's the thing, Dino. He popped free at the last second and might have.
Ooh, I think you're right.
Yeah, he gave an extra spin. No, I disagree. It wasn't a generous spot. I heard one of our colleagues. That was a legitimate spot.
And and immediately Avon gets to the line here, and Nate Moore is upset, and I think the Massillon just took a timeout with a minute 11 to go. No replay. They can't go back and review it. Yeah, you're right, though. I thought for sure they would have Joey down at the 39-yard line. Just that extra move there. Got the first down. One of those little things.
I saw him maintain his balance when he was very low to the ground and spin and then hand the ball to the official. So it looked to me like that was a legitimate spot. I don't think that was a generous spot.
Best thing for Avon, they get the first down, and they didn't have to use a timeout. Massillon used the timeout, so Nate Moore could get his defense kind of reset and calm down a little bit for this final 1:11 before halftime.
And, Dino, I love what you mentioned about Avon going 4 wide to spread out Massillon. Yeah. That is, to me, the best way for Lance to attack these guys. The Massillon defense, which is so fast and so physical. Get them spread out and give yourself more openings to run through.
Like, watch this. They've got trips here to the left coming out on this 1st and 10 play. So, again, you get those Massillon defenders spaced out a little bit. 1st and 10 now from the 38. Fake to Hunter. Lance keeps and squirts his way forward to the 35-yard line. Short gain of about 3. We are down to 1 minute to play here in the second quarter, 2nd and 7. Quickly to the line go the Eagles. 2nd and 7 from the Massillon 35. Hunter gets the carry to the 30 and should have enough for the first down on the second effort to the 28-yard line of the Tigers. Clock stops with 49 seconds to go. As they move the chains. And now they'll wind the clock here. Lance, first down, runs left to the 25, breaks the tackle at the 20-yard line and put down there. And the Eagles are going to spend a timeout with 37 seconds to go. It's about a gain of 7 on first down for Joey Lance. And they may actually even give him an extra yard to the 20. They will, so mark it at the 20 of Massillon. It'll be 2nd and 2 with 37 seconds to go before halftime.
Dave DeNatale, so well done to this point by the Avon offense. The clock management, the play calling, it obviously helps to have Mr. Lance.
Yes.
But this is exactly what Avon had to do. At worst, you would think they're coming out of here no worse than 14 down. But you've got to, you hope to cut it to 7 if you're Avon. You've got a realistic chance now.
Yeah, it's you cut it to 7, not leave Massillon any time before halftime, and then you figure out, okay, we've got to figure out some way to ratchet things up on defense, see if we can get a turnover, get a stop somehow, and then go back to work. But first things first, Avon needs to punch this in. 37 seconds to go. They've got 2 timeouts remaining at the Massillon 20, 2nd and 2. Lance rolls right, looks to throw. He'll keep it. He'll run it. First down, and gets put down at about the 16-yard line. Clock will momentarily stop to move the chains with 30 seconds to go. Remember, Eagles with 2 timeouts remaining.
Dino, he wanted tight end Andrew Smith, and Andrew Smith got hung up a little bit on the right sideline, and that's why he wasn't able to go to him.
Clock back in motion. 1st and 10 from the 16. Lance runs left and gets put down at the line of scrimmage. Well done by the Massillon Tigers, as coming up to make the tackle was linebacker Preston Hodges, and the Eagles have to spend another timeout with 20 seconds to go. Well, that's a great job by Hodges. Hodges has had a great year, by the way. 12 tackles for loss, 4 interceptions, 2 of them pick sixes for touchdowns, and 1.5 sacks. Fills up the stat sheet. But now here, D-Man, with 20 seconds to go, 1 timeout.
3 plays.
3 plays.
I think you got 3 plays in you.
But that kind of changes, that takes you a little bit out of the Wildcat, doesn't it?
You would think, but I'll tell you what.
Although you can run to the sidelines.
I want the ball in Lance's hands, and I wouldn't mind if I'm Avon. I would look into a short side pass to Mangan.
We'll keep an eye on Noah. Yeah, and Mangan. And they got Tommy Purcell out here.
Mangan,
Mangan's wide right.
He is short side.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if you go there.
Purcell goes wide left. 1st and 10. Lance rolls right, looks, end zone. Pass is deflected at the 1-yard line and incomplete. Looking right for Mangan, as my partner said. Even if Mangan, though, makes the catch, he would have been a yard shy of the goal line. 15 seconds to go, but they would have had 1st and goal at the 1. It'll be, though, instead 3rd and 10.
Yeah, just slightly underthrown ball, but Mangan was there. He was open.
But you have to keep Lance in at quarterback. Myers might be the better thrower because you've got to keep that Wildcat threat.
Of course. That wasn't a terrible throw.
No, it was good. He was almost at it there. From the 16, it's 3rd and 10. 15 seconds to go here before halftime. Lance will keep it. Runs left. Breaks a tackle. Outside of the 10. He'll go to the 5 and put out of bounds. Yes, and it's going to be 1st and goal at the 5 with 6 seconds to go. On a brilliant run again by Joey Lance.
Well, now, to me, it's 1 play into the end zone. And
if not, kick the field goal.
Yeah. Yep. You don't have time for – now it's down to 5 seconds. Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, he said he was out of bounds. Yeah. That should be back at 6 seconds.
That should be back at 6 seconds. They have the clock right now at 1 second. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 6.
I wondered if he got out of bounds. Clearly, the signal was out of bounds. So
I thought so.
They should put 6 seconds on the clock, which is time.
And I'm sure Mike Elder is going to wonder about that too here. And I'm looking at the referee down there right now. the scoreboard says 1 second. We think there should be 5 on here.
I'll say 6
or 6.
And to me, it's a quick pass to Mangan. That's your one play to me.
They still haven't
sprint roll and hit Mangan at the pylon.
D-Man, they still haven't put the time back on the clock.
I don't understand.
They must have said that Lance didn't get out of bounds there. You and I both thought he did.
The signal certainly looked like he got out of bounds. Based on what this is really surprising to me.
So Avon's going to have to settle for a field goal attempt here. With 1 second to go, as they bring Nathan Vakos for the field goal attempt, they'll spot it at the 13. It's a 23-yarder. Ball down, kick up on its way, and this one is heading to North Royalton. And it's good along the way. So that'll do it for the first half. Tough break, unfortunately, for the Avon Eagles, as it looked like they were going to have first and goal at the 5 or at the 6 with 6 seconds to go. By the time they realized that that wasn't the case, they had to use a timeout and kick a field goal. So they go down now 21-10 going into halftime.
And Dino, I don't know how it went from 6 to 1. Like, how did the coaching staff recognize that the clock had not stopped? And then, oh, by the way, with 1 second left, called time.
Somebody up here, maybe. I mean, that was very fortunate that they were able to actually get that timeout. But from where we saw over on the near side, where Joey Lance went out of bounds, it looked like they had marked, they had ruled him out of bounds.
I thought the signal was that he got out.
But that's
bottom line is Avon gets 3 points out of it and gets closer.
Yeah, that's the good news. They got points. The bad news, it's still a 2-possession deficit with Massillon getting the football to start the second half. So that's the thing that the Eagles are going to have to do, figure out how they can stop Zion Pfeiffer and the rest of the Massillon Tiger offense that's been explosive in the first half. The bands are on the field. We'll let you enjoy them with us here. Again, your score at the half. It's the Massillon Tigers 21 and the Avon Eagles 10. Enjoy the bands, and we'll be back with the first half stats. We'll check the scoreboard and get you ready for the second half here from Bolton Stadium at Byers Field here in Parma.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2019 Avon Eagles Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Aaron Jacobs with assistants Mr. Brian Hurston and Mr. Brandon Mason. Color guard instructor Ms. Laura Floric and color guard assistants Ms. Taylor Young and Mrs. Amanda Vandenhummel. The band is led on the field by senior field commanders T.R. Eddington and Jenna Zach and junior field commanders Logan Hilly and Ian Kitchen. For tonight's performance, the band will be playing a trio of contemporary rock and pop songs. We'd like to open our show with a song released in 2017 by the band Imagine Dragons. From their album Evolve, this song became the band's third top 10 hit, reaching as high as number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Featuring tour Sarah Lewis, here is Believer. showcased from his 2012 album, Unorthodox Jukebox. Enjoy as we feature our color guard spinning tune, Hot Out of Heaven. The Eagles will close our show with a double platinum selling song from 2015. This rocker was written about a celebrated American actress and features music from the theme song of TV's The Munsters. We hope you enjoy our rendition of All Out Boys, Uma Thurman. Tonight, the Tigers Sweet Band would like to present some of our favorite songs from this past season. His name is Louie, and he likes growing ups. He is also the conductor of The Long Train Running. Earlier this season, the band hosted the greatest game show in high school football. Tonight, we won't have the contestants answering questions and racing through the band, but we will have the band members' favorite song of the year, The Race.
All right, starting to get ourselves organized here and ready to go for the second half. Back here at Byers Field at Bolton Stadium, Dave DeNatale and Dennis Manoloff with you here in our WKYC.com high school football playoff game of the week, the Division II state semifinals.
I want more of you, Dino, and less of me in the shot. Because
21
you are the man.
Well, I don't know about that. 21-10 is the halftime score. Massillon leads Avon. Just a couple of quick numbers. Joey Lance for Avon, 20 carries in the first half, 139 yards and a touchdown.
Incredible.
Zion Pfeiffer, they had him officially at 10 carries for 66. He's got a lot more than 66 yards. He's got 3 touchdowns. He's also caught. See, I think they confused his rushing and receiving a little bit, but Pfeiffer's had a big first half. 3 touchdown runs, one from 13, one from 9, and one from 4. And, folks, I got to say, all 3 of them were dazzling by Zion Pfeiffer. The big key, though, for Avon, as you talked about right before we went to halftime, they scored, but they still that turnover and that sequence going away. Early in the second quarter, they went away from the Wildcat with Joey Lance. They went back to the more conventional look with Chase Myers, who ended up getting intercepted, and Massillon was able to convert that into a touchdown. And you almost feel like at that point, I mean, it's an 11-point deficit, but that really feels like the difference in the game, that sequence right there.
You know, the one thing you cannot do is give Massillon a short field. And there for the second half, they're sort of reintroducing what's going to happen. Massillon will get the ball, but you just can't give this offense, the Massillon offense, a short field, especially when you're undermanned. I would be shocked if Avon goes to anything but the Wildcat the rest of the way. Lance is their best chance to win. And on the other side, you know, Pfeiffer's been spectacular. 2 really tremendous performances, one on each team so far.
The news not good for Northeast Ohio at the half.
Ooh.
Aurora.
You're not going to tell me Mentor's down.
They are.
What?
Both only down by a touchdown, and they both came back from halftime deficits. Last week. Mansfield in Division III leading Aurora 14-7 at the half. Pickerington Central leads Mentor 21-14 at the half down at Glen Oak High School in Canton. And then again, the winner of this one will face either Cincinnati LaSalle or Toledo Central Catholic. LaSalle leading Toledo CC 21-14 at the half. And also the Cavaliers are down to the Milwaukee Bucks 47.
Throwing that in.
That's right, 47-36. I mean, dynamite there from TC. But right now, as far as for Massillon's concerned, they'll have the football first to start the second half. And, I mean, I wouldn't expect them to do anything different than what they've done. A steady dose of Zion Pfeiffer combined with short passes because they're going to take what Avon's going to give them. And Avon is content right now to give them the screen pass and the short pass to Ballard or Wilson Lamb.
Right. You have the two deep safety look from Avon. They're not going to give up anything deep, or so they hope. And it hasn't happened yet. So what does Massillon do? They say, all right, we'll go, bit by bit if need be. And right now it's incumbent upon the Avon defense to stop Massillon because it has not happened yet. Massillon's done pretty much whatever it wants as far as being able to move the ball.
Yeah, they've been unstoppable offensively. They've been unstoppable offensively for pretty much most of this season, but they've been able to kind of dictate the tempo and take what Avon's given them. And Aiden Longwell has been very patient, and he's been effective throwing the football, short passes, but they've been 5 out of 8 for 64 yards. That's exactly what, he'll take what they'll give him.
Let me say this too, Dino. It's indicative of two teams that are extremely well coached. Minimal careless mistakes that you've seen out there. Minimal penalties. These guys are playing well. Both teams are playing hard, playing well. And, I think the officiating has been terrific to this point. And, it's easier to officiate when the two teams know how to play the game, as Avon and Massillon do.
Isaiah Roberson and TJ Williams are back deep to receive for the Tigers as we get the second half underway. 21-10, Massillon leading. Avon, the winner, will play in the state championship game next week at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. Kick is away, angles towards Roberson, got it at the 10-yard line. Ahead to the 20, left side to the 25, finds a little gap to the 30, 35, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. We'll see where they officially spot this, but a good run back by senior Isaiah Roberson, and Massillon will start in pretty good field position near their own 40. Oh, we got a flag down. Hang on a second.
Speaking of minimal flags, in the second half with a hold.
Penalty-wise, D-Man, in that first half, Massillon did not have an official penalty. The one penalty they had was offsetting. Avon had 2 for 10. It was about as clean as you can get. It's a holding penalty. 10 yards from the spot, takes it back to the 20, and wipes out much of that good return by Roberson. All right, 1st and 10 for the Tigers now at their own 20. Longwell operates from the pistol. And he'll have Zion Pfeiffer just behind him to his right. And the Tigers will start with 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. From the 20-yard line on a 1st and 10 on the ground, here's Zion Pfeiffer, breaks a tackle to the 25 and puts his head down near the 30 and gets a first down on his first carry of the second half.
Dino, part of your call whenever Pfeiffer has the ball is breaks a tackle.
Yeah.
It's like built into the call because he's going to break at least one.
He's been just terrific tonight in place of the starter, Terrence Keys Jr. And back on the ground again, up the gut. It's Pfeiffer taking would-be tacklers with him to the 35, to the 36. And again, they're going to blow it dead without him going down.
Exactly. He refuses to go down. He's like, you may get 6 guys on me, but I'm not going down. Now he comes off for a blow.
Yeah, quick break. 6 determined yards. And Raquan Benson will check in for him on 2nd down and 4. So we'll see if the Tigers might go to the air here. They'll go trips to the right. And one receiver left. Nope, this is going to be Benson. He'll run to his left and spinning around, got put down at about the 37-yard line. Good pressure that time by Seth Broadbent, the linebacker for the Eagles. He was in there to make the stop.
Yeah, Avon smelled that play. They were on to that handoff. It seemed like they knew it was coming.
And a big sequence here for Avon. It's going to be a 3rd and 3 for the Tigers at their own 37. Pfeiffer's going to come back into the game.
Dare I say, swing past the Pfeiffer?
Why not?
I mean, if they don't hand it off to him, they should just swing it to him.
Ballard to the right, Wilson Lamp to the left. 3rd and 3, high snap, pulled down. Pfeiffer's got it, and he's going to be put down for a loss back at the 35-yard line. Kea Yonkers from his outside linebacker spot shot it beautifully and got some help from Jake Wilson to put him down for a 1-yard loss back to the 36, and it will be a punting situation for the Tigers.
Well, that's Avon selling out to Pfeiffer getting the ball, and it paid off.
Good gamble, and it works out well. Magnus Haynes to punt the football. Eagles will have 2 back deep to receive. Double safeties at the 25, including Joey Lance. I think Cam Erskine's the other one back there with him. Good snap for Haynes. And a kick is away, a high kick. Eagles going to let it go. It'll take actually on a sideways bounce. And the Tigers will bounce it, will field it down at the 34-yard line of the Avon Eagles. But advantage Avon, they're able to get the stop, and their offense will take over now with 9:33 to go in the third quarter, down 11.
Yeah, absolutely needed a stop, got it, and now they can say, all right, we are building off of that momentum at the end of the half to get the field goal, and now you got the ball back with a chance to make it a one-possession game.
Boy, I'm sure they would love to see that sequence again. Joey Lance looked like he was tackled down at the 6-yard line out of bounds with what would have been 6 seconds to go and a timeout.
Would have had one shot at the end zone, but
they would have liked it. It wasn't to be. Ended up having to settle for the field goal. Now back on offense. And yes, it is Joey Lance in at quarterback, 3 wide receivers. In motion is Mike Matlack going right to left. And it will be Lance running right to the 35, outside to the 39-yard line, and just kind of picks and weaves his way for 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, we've done a lot of praising of Lance, and rightly so, but you also have to credit the Avon blockers. You know, the Avon hat-on-hat guys that are giving some lanes for Lance.
Not just as they'll go on the ground to Hunter. Hunter will go to the 40 to the 41-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. Got about 2 on that pickup, and it'll be a 3rd down and 3. Obviously Pepe, Clay, Bingham, Tran, and Fry, the offensive line, but the tight end and the wide receivers are doing their job blocking too.
Here's your hurry up.
Yeah, quickly.
All right, we're going to go, and then they backed off a little bit.
They'll get the signal in. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Eagles down 11, facing a 3rd and 3 at their own 41. Lance gets the snap, runs right, and going to need a second effort, and he gets it across the 45-yard line for a first down.
Similar to the play, Dino, in the first half, where it looks like he's going down, and he spins and stays low to the ground and sort of backpedals his way for a couple extra yards.
It's being a wide receiver by trade kind of help him in those types of situations?
You would think so.
Yeah.
He's very good in a small amount of space.
So mark it at the 46 and a first down for the Eagles. Avon will send 3 receivers left side. And Lance on the shotgun, Hunter to his right. As Lance will fake the give and run to his right. And this time the Tigers are ready for him. And they'll put him down right at the line of scrimmage. If anything, he may have even lost a half yard. Well read that time by the Tiger defense. Anthony Pedro came up from his corner spot to help make that tackle. 2nd and 10.
One of the few times where Lance really had no shot of getting out of the backfield.
Yeah, nobody was buying the fake. Devin Hunter there, 2nd and 10.
I tell you what, Dino, I'd run Mangan on a sluggo. I really would.
Yeah.
I think they can get those safeties to bite, but we'll see.
Nearly got a play near the goal line in the first half on that. Hunter will get the carry. Nice spinning move as initially got upended, and he gets it right to midfield. Might have even got a little bit into Massillon territory near the 49 of the Tigers, and it will set up a 3rd down and 5. Pretty good run that time by Hunter after initially looking like he was going to get stood up. So another third down here for the Eagles. Clock continues to move as we approach 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Massillon 21, Avon 10. Winner will play in the state championship game next week in Canton. Two receivers left, one to the right. Out of the pistol, Joey Lance ready. Hunter stands behind him. And flags fly.
False start.
False start,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, I could see a little bit of wiggling on the line, and the officials picked up on it.
So
now you pretty much have to throw here.
Yeah, totally changes the dynamic here. Instead of 3rd and 3, it's now 3rd and 8. As they mark it back to the 46. Actually, it's closer to 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
Noah Mangan, who my partner just mentioned a minute ago, out wide left, and he's got single coverage. He's matched up against Roberson. Matlack in motion. 3rd and about 10. Student body left. There goes Lance. Makes a nice move to the 50, to the 45. Stretches forward, very close to the first down.
Ooh, tough spot on the short side official.
Yeah. Don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah.
Yep. Not that time.
I think you got to go for it.
I do too.
There's no question in there. Hurrying to the line.
Yeah. 4th and 1 at the 45 of the Tigers. Lance claps his hands, gives to Hunter, squirts ahead, and this will depend on the spot.
Very favorable spot there.
From the near side judge. Yeah, it should be a first down from the near side spot.
It looked like a favorable spot, and it looked like both officials are claiming it is a first down.
I'm surprised.
If you needed to get to the 44, then he got it.
Yeah. I mean, this is a very similar spot in the game and on the field to where we had the controversy last week between Menor and St. Edward in a very similar situation.
Here comes the chain gang. I mean,
I'll give this crew is much more decisive.
Yes.
I'll give them that.
I don't think we're going to have 3 different calls.
No, I don't either.
Last week. I think he got it.
I think he
needed to get the 44, he got the 44.
They'll stretch it out. First down, Avon Eagles.
Well, tremendous job by Avon. Of course, to go for it, as you said, Dino, they pretty much have to at this point. But also the hurry-up element of it, not allowing Massillon to get set, really, and being able to get that first down.
Yeah, everybody's thinking, well, okay, Lance will probably keep it, and, crossed him up, went to Devin Hunter, and Von Hunter got the first down.
And I'll tell you the key to that sequence, Dino, was the 3rd down play. When I said you pretty much have to throw it, they committed to Lance running the ball to the left side, and he got a big gain, which allowed him to do the hurry up on the short yardage on 4th down.
So Hunter gets them the first down, and we've got a whistle and what? They hadn't started the play clock yet, so the official's saying, let's get that baby wound up here.
That's advantage Avon if
Absolutely.
they want to take advantage, if they want to capitalize on it.
1st and 10 Eagles at the Massillon 44. Avon down 11. They'll go on the ground. Hunter will take it on first down. Initially got near the 42, but that's really about it. About a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 is the number of orange jerseys converged to make the tackle. Robbie Page was at the bottom there on the stop. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. Luke Murphy also on the stop. Trips right. 2nd down and 8 for the Eagles. They'll look over at Mike Elder and the offense here to get the play in. As we close in on 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Massillon 21, Avon 10. On the counter, they'll go to Hunter to the right. Hunter looks for the outside, can't find it. Massillon read it perfectly. And Robbie Page, Preston Hodges converged to make the tackle.
We've called Robbie Page's number and name a few times tonight. He did an excellent job there on the run fill.
About a half yard on the pickup for Devon Hunter. It's going to be another 3rd and long here. 3rd and 8 this time.
Dino, don't be surprised if they throw it. Andrew Smith, I believe, can be open on a quick release. The tight end.
He's caught 11 passes this year, so it wouldn't be unusual. Lance running left. Now reverses his field right. In all kinds of trouble. He's going to eat the ball down at the 45-yard line. That will be a loss of about 4 on the play. Just had nowhere to go with it once his initial push left was stopped. And on 4th and long, the Eagles are going to bring the punt team in.
It's a terrific job by Massillon to set the edge as Lance ran to his left, Massillon's right. Dino, far from me to second guess anything Avon's doing because they're so well coached, but you got to throw the ball there, I think.
Yeah.
You have to.
I think you got because you got away with it the first time. As Page in single safety at his own 10-yard line, away from the punt here from Bengu. It's away. Page going to let it go inside the 10, inside the 5. Can the Eagles down it? Nope. Nope. Into the end zone for a touchback.
Close.
They had it at the 1, and whoever was down there for Avon just couldn't keep it from going into the end zone.
You think about how different.
Boy, that was close.
Feel it's going to be at the 1 as opposed to the, out to the 20.
Cade Jewell was down there in a hurry, along with Kea Yonkers. They almost were able to down that baby at the 1, but instead, the Tigers will have breathing room 1st and 10 at the 20 with 3:34 to go in the third quarter. The one problem now, Avon not able to score, D-man. They're still down by 2 possessions, and they took a lot of time off the clock to end up with a 0 off of that possession. First down, Longwell to throw. Wilson Lamp has it on the bubble screen.
Oh.
It gets pulled down very close to being a horse collar tackle.
There it is.
Yep, there is late call, but it's the right call at the 18-yard line.
And an injury to an Avon player.
Mitchell Dupress, the safety, is down.
Wow. Yeah, that was a clear horse collar.
Yeah.
What I couldn't understand was why the flag wasn't coming out
right away,
but I guess the side judge had something to do.
So they'll check on Dupress, the safety for the Eagles. He's down on his back at the 25-yard line. And matter of fact, it's significant enough where Mike Elder is coming out on the field himself to check on his player. And I think Mitchell's okay. They're going to try and help him up here, but he's going to need he's going to limp off here a little gingerly. There's the penalty now will move the football up to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Dino,
it's first down there.
It's unfortunate for Avon because they had the play diagnosed
perfectly.
They had their receiver trapped, and even with, if they didn't have the horse tackle, they probably still would have tackled them anyway. But instead, you got a big first down because of the penalty.
So the ball will be spotted now at the 34 with 3:25 to go in the third quarter. Massillon 21, Avon 10. Tigers now, again, with some breathing room. And you just expect now a dose of Zion Pfeiffer here. 2 receivers to the left. And over here on the near side is Jaden Ballard. As on first down, looked like some movement. And there it is.
The fullback was a little too early there. There's no doubt he was moving.
First penalty of the game on the Massillon Tigers, I believe. Back them up 5. Make it 1st and 15. We saw the Tigers in October against Barberton in our game of the week in the regular season.
You did.
I did. I say we. I was there. Massillon might have committed 20 penalties. It was like the Browns in the opener against the Titans. That was just a flag fest that night between those two teams. Much more disciplined team tonight than the team I saw about a month and a half ago. On first down, they'll go to the bubble screen again. It's Andrew Wilson Lamp with the catch. He's upended at the 33-yard line. Short pickup of about 3 or so. And a pretty good tackle by Kea Yonkers for the Eagles. It'll be second down and about 12.
Dino, one of these days, they're going to use Longwell's gun for a bomb. One of these series, it's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet, but it's coming.
Andrew Wilson Lamp to the right. Ballard among those to the left. Second and long. Longwell's going to air it out. There it is. Looking for Ballard. Left side. And it is incomplete. Yes. Almost able to pull it down at the 33-yard line. I had to double check just to make sure the backside official was going to call that a catch. It's incomplete. He almost made a terrific catch in double coverage.
Yes, and that's what you have the too high safety look for, is to get the safety over there to the sideline for the double team. And it was all very nearly completed.
Third down. They spot the ball at the 33, so it's a 3rd and 11. Andrew Wilson-Lamp will go out wide left along with Anthony Pedro. Over here on our near side is Jaden Ballard. 3rd and long for the Tigers. Long row to throw. Sets up a screen. And Pfeiffer's got it at the 35, out to the 38-yard line, but put down there. The flag down, though, as it goes down. I think they're going to
call it again, and Elder is incensed. I think they're going to call the horse collar again.
Either a horse collar or a face mask.
Face mask?
I think this time it's a face mask.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, they did. Oh, another terrible break for, well, not break. I mean, they were responsible for it, but they had them. You know, that's the thing.
But here's the thing, though, D-Man. It was not of the personal foul variety.
Okay.
So it's not an automatic first down. They get 5 yards.
Incidental face mask.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's 4th and 1. And Nate Moore's going to bring his punt team in, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Exactly.
Well, now, and I think the Massillon bench is upset. They think it should have been, it should be
a personal foul.
Well, actually, no, it should be. I think what they're saying, and I think they're right, actually, the penalty, should it make it 3rd down and 1 or 4th and 1?
It's a great question.
No, it is 4th. It shouldn't it be 4th and 1? It is 4th. Yeah, it's 4th down. Now the down marker says 3rd down.
Down marker says 3rd. All right. I don't know what's going on here, but in any event.
think 3rd and 1. And the carry's going to be Benson down the left side to the 35, to the 30. Raekwon Benson to the 25-yard line and a first down. It won't matter if it was 3rd down or 4th down. It's first down Tigers, courtesy of Raekwon Benson.
I mean, a tremendous job spelling Pfeiffer by Benson.
Yeah, nice piece of running down that left sideline. He'll come out, Pfeiffer back in, 2:16 and counting to go here in quarter number 3. Longwell gets the snap, hands to Zion Pfeiffer, cuts back left to the 20, still on his feet, 15, he goes to the 10, he goes to the 5, and touchdown!
Are you kidding me again?
25 yards! Zion Pfeiffer, his 4th touchdown of the game.
He starts right, he works left, he hesitates, he works back right. The bob and weave, unbelievable run by the young man.
Every time you sit there and you go, boy, I don't think he could have a better run than that, he comes up with another one.
It's the great combination of power and the shiftiness of the feet. The light feet and the strong body.
Here's the extra point for Bauer. It's up, and it is good. 2:04 to play here in the 3rd quarter, and a critical touchdown from 25 yards out by Zion Pfeiffer to put the Tigers up 28-10.
Yeah, again, it was the zigzag. He starts right, he cuts left, he sifts through the trash, and he emerges going back right. Just an awesome run by a guy who's having a phenomenal game. I mean, you talk about showing up when the lights are on.
Yes.
Pfeiffer has been spectacular, but here's the thing, Dino, Avon shoots itself in the foot twice.
Yes.
Not once, but twice, with really bad penalties when they had the guy tackled, and instead you get the horse collar and then the face mask.
Yeah, the first one, the horse collar on Wilson Lamp, it would have been 2nd and long inside the 20-yard line, and then the face mask kept them on the field instead of being a punting situation. And instead, now it's an 18-point deficit for the Eagles. The kickoff is going to go to the left of Joey Lance, and it'll go out to the 15-yard line, out to the 17-yard line, and taking that back is Bruce Dooley. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, and they're going to mark Dooley down at about the 18-yard line.
So, Dino, you're in a 3-score game situation. If you're Avon, you're down by 3 scores.
That's such an important point right there.
Now, I think you got to test Lance's ability to throw. You got to see if he can throw. I go back to the pass he made at the goal line intended for Mang, and it wasn't a bad pass. It was a little low. I want to see if Lance can throw the ball. Because I don't know that you can go Wildcat down 18.
You can't have an
this
8-minute
late.
drive here at this point of the game. They'll do a
Reverse.
reverse. Matlack looks to throw. He's got a man open. It's caught at the 40. Purcell to the 45, and they'll mark him out of bounds around midfield, maybe at the Massillon 49-yard line. Trickeration, Mike Matlack to Tommy Purcell, and it's a first down.
I was just thinking, Dino, we haven't seen any trickeration from either team. That's the first play, and it worked for Avon.
And
Massillon's furious. They want time.
Yeah, quickly, Lance had him at the line and was ready to go, and Nate Moore took a timeout with 1:50 to go here in the third quarter.
You know what? I'm guessing this, Dino, but the side judge is saying, hey, Coach, you can't walk all the way out on the field and basically breathe on me when I'm at the 50-yard line at the numbers. Back it up a little bit while you call timeout.
Please.
But that's, again, Dino, nice job by Avon to dust off the reverse pass.
Yeah.
Because they needed something to give them a spark here down 18.
Yeah, got him 33 yards, and now they're in Massillon territory, and field goals are no longer applicable here. I mean, everything right now is touchdown. When you've got a 3-score deficit, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Exactly. And you got to do it relatively quickly, and this gives you a nice field to work with here. Now you're near midfield, inside the 50, so we'll see what they got now.
All right, Lance ready to go, 1st and 10. He's got Hunter to his right, and Hunter will get the carry, and Devon will take it forward to about the 47-yard line. Short pickup of about 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. Yeah.
Boy, just haven't been able to get anything really in between the tackles.
No, not since that first drive.
Other than Lance picking his way through the line.
2nd and 8. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, and Lance wants to throw. Has time. Now he looking. He's got to throw it away, and he will do so from his 40-yard line, incomplete.
Dino,
nothing there.
He loaded up, and he wanted his deep man, and credit Massillon for blanket coverage.
So it's 3rd down and 8. Clock stops, 1:13 to go here in the third quarter. Noah Mangan was that intended receiver.
Lance was looking for Mangan down the right sideline, and Mangan was covered like a blanket.
Mangan, Matlack, and Purcell all to the left. 3rd and 8. They'll go to Hunter. He stumbles. He had a big head of steam, and he stumbles down at the 46-yard line. Nobody from Massillon touched him. He just tripped over his feet.
The turf monster at a very inopportune time.
Oh.
And if you're Avon, you have to go for it.
Yes.
And, that was unfortunate because
I don't know if he gets the first down, but he would have been awfully close with the space ahead of him. 4th and 7. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Avon going for it, down 28-10. In motion is Matlack. And Lance gets the snap, rolls to his right. He's going to run it. He'll go to the 45. He won't get it. Down to the 43, upended there. Had to get inside the 40 of Massillon to get a first down, and Robbie Page amongst those over there to make the stop. Page has been brilliant tonight.
From what I could tell, Dino, the initial play was a pass to the right sideline near the sticks, but again, covered very well by the Massillon DBs, and therefore Lance has to say, I'm not going to risk a pick, but, it would have been essentially the same.
Would have been essentially the same.
But he's thinking, I can't throw the ball into coverage like that.
It's just so hard, for a guy that isn't used to being the quarterback and having to make those split-second decisions. He's been a quarterback basically for 2 weeks, and wasn't able to pull the trigger on what would have been a difficult pass anyway. And so Massillon will take over now at their own 44 in the driver's seat as they'll go on to Ballard running to his right, and it well read by the Eagles. Cam Erskine, the cornerback, tackles Ballard down on that jet sweep for a loss back to the 40-yard line, a loss of 4.
Yeah, Erskine had a teammate string it out initially, and then he just said, I'm going to shut the water off completely.
And that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Massillon, 12 minutes away from playing for the state championship for the second year in a row. They lead Avon 28-10 heading into quarter number 4. We will eagerly anticipate, I would imagine, some other scores are going to start to pile in. Menor, Aurora. Menor and Aurora are the other two teams playing tonight. Tomorrow it'll be Tiger Laverty and Kirtland's opportunity. They'll play over at Strongsville, over at Packatan Stadium against Oak Harbor, trying to defend their, actually I'd say defend their state championship. That's not exactly true. They were state champs in D6 last year. They're a Division 5 team this year, trying to win back-to-back state crowns.
And Dino, as we head to the 4th, I mean, if you're Massillon, you have minimal complaints. I mean, of course, you'd like to be up 28-0 or 35-0, but 28-10 is a pretty nice
nice
score for you.
A nice
After
cushion.
3 quarters, you knew you were going to play an extremely well-coached, scrappy bunch in Avon, and so you couldn't have expected you were going to blow them out, but especially given that, Avon has the personnel issues, but I think Avon's hung in, but Massillon's in the driver's seat right now.
At the 40-yard line, 2nd and 14 as we begin action. And again, the play clock needs to be started. Now we're ready to go. High snap, Longwell pulls down, gives Pfeiffer to the right, to the 45. He's to the 50, still trucking to the 47-yard line and close to another first down. Might be a little bit shy of that first down, but another brilliant run by Zion Pfeiffer.
You know what? An Avon defender got dinged. I wonder if he was the initial guy.
It was Michael Lobb, the defensive end. It's exactly
Pfeiffer,
who it was.
And he got hit. The whirlwind that was Pfeiffer.
And helmet off as he's on being tended to. 3rd and 2 as they'll actually mark Zion down at the 47. Here he comes again to the right. First down, 45 to the 40, and Pfeiffer will be brought down at the 37-yard line. There's a late flag and now another flag.
Oh, now I think the initial call was going to be holding on Massillon.
Yes, sir.
And
I think it's the same. Okay. I think it's the same thing. So more than one person saw it. Your scoreboard. As we start this 4th quarter, Menor has moved back into a tie with Pickerington Central, 21 apiece. They're still in the 3rd quarter. Mansfield Senior still holding a 14-7 lead over Aurora in the 3rd. And now in the 4th quarter, Cincinnati LaSalle leading Toledo Central Catholic 35-14. So it looks like LaSalle will play the winner of this game. Longwell to throw on 3rd and long. Fires deep over the middle. Pedro has it. Couldn't pull it in at the 35-yard line. Oh, he was open. It was just a smidge behind him, and he couldn't pull it in. Mike Matlack was back on coverage, and it'll be a 4th down and a punting opportunity here for Massillon as they'll kick it away to the Eagles.
Yeah, you used the right word, Dino. A smidge behind Anthony Pedro, but Anthony Pedro would be the first to tell you
he's got to make that catch. Yep.
Yep.
He would look at the film tomorrow and say that, that I got to have that. Noah Mangan.
Wide open.
Yeah. Would have been a first down. Instead, the Eagles will get another opportunity here as the kick is away from Haynes. Avon will let it go. It'll take a nice roll inside the 15, inside the 10. Tigers trying to kind of motion the ball to keep going. They'll down it at the Avon 8-yard line. Terrific punt by Magnus Haynes, who averages 38 yards per kick. Didn't hurt the average with that one. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Avon Eagles at their own 8-yard line. Do we have 3rd quarter stats?
Dino, I'll say this. 11:20 to go in the 4th, 11:24 to be exact. If you're Avon, you have no more margin for error. Every possession you have has to result in a score. I don't think you can punt the ball and ever again. I mean, in this game, expect to win.
All right, Joey Lance has his team ready to go, 1st and 10, and he'll tuck and run on the quarterback draw to the 10 and out to about the 13-yard line. Lance, that is his 27th carry of the football game. And let's see, they give him about 5 on that one, so 162 yards.
I'll tell you what, there's got to be, you got to get to the line quickly now.
I mean, urgent. Everything has to be urgency.
Hurry up. When you're down 3 scores with 11 minutes to go, you got to go.
Matlack in motion. He'll go right to left. 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles at their own 13. Lance will run left, follows Hunter, and got tripped up back at the 9-yard line. Oh, a tremendous play by the Tiger defense. And I believe, if I check my flip card right, that's Noah Richards who made that play. Outstanding by the linebacker for the Tigers.
Yeah, terrific job by Richards. And you know what? He just gets up and acts like he'd done it before.
Yep.
You know, nothing super celebratory. He just made a heck of a play and on to the next down.
Loss of 4, back to the 9, and it's 3rd and 9 here for the Eagles. Lance rolls right, tried to throw back left, nobody home. Actually, it's Myers back in there to throw. He'll keep, and it's Myers running it, and he'll be brought down back at the 8-yard line. So Mike Elder brought Chase Myers back in to throw on that 3rd and long.
Lance
Nothing
was
doing.
In a pass pattern there in his familiar role as a wide receiver. But big problem here for Avon.
Yeah.
Huge. They
inside their own
7-yard
line.
Well, not yet. You have to punt now, but this is not good for the Avon Eagles.
Now, as Bengu will punt it away.
Down 18, punting from your end zone with 10 minutes to go in the game.
Page and Roberson in double safety. Actually, that might be Ballard back there here, recognizing they might have an opportunity here for a run back. High snap. Nice job by Bengu to pull it down. Kick is good. High spiral. Page on the back run, picks it up at about the 47 and dives ahead to the 50-yard line and is put down there. Nice job by Cade Jewell on special teams to make the tackle. Under 10 minutes to go here in the football game. Massillon in the driver's seat, 28-10, and they'll have it at the 50-yard line here in the 4th quarter.
And listen, Dino, if you're Massillon, it's not complicated. You give the ball to the big fella.
That's it.
MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew, or otherwise
if we talk to him, if we talk to him after the game, I want to ask it. I love that comparison because I think it's spot on.
Just give it to him and just let him do his work.
Longwell will go indeed to Pfeiffer, and nice cutback move. Broke another tackle, reverses his field, still on his feet to the 45, and finally down there. And I got to tell you, if not for Mike Matlack, Pfeiffer's got a touchdown because he would have been surging to the right sideline with one man to beat.
He's just impressive. I mean, that's all you can say. The low center of gravity, the power, and yet the ability to shift gears and explode through the hole.
4 touchdowns tonight for Zion Pfeiffer, and he gets the carry again on 2nd down. Finds a seam to the 35. He's to the 31, and another 1st down before finally brought down by Noah Mangan. But another big pickup for Zion Pfeiffer and a 1st down.
Pfeiffer comes out for a breather, well-deserved.
Yep.
And as I said...
Got a standing O from the crowd in front of us, and deservedly so.
Why not?
Who understand now that they have a path right now to Canton that's very, very wide open.
Yeah.
Venson in to replace Pfeiffer in the backfield. 2 receivers right, Longwell to throw. The lefty steps up, fires over the middle, pass caught at the 20, to the 15, down to the 10. Still on his feet at the 5, it's Wilson Lamp, and he'll be out of bounds. Inside the 10, we'll see where they spot it officially, but it will be 1st and goal as Andrew Wilson Lamp got free and gets a 1st down to the 5.
Yeah, I thought with Venson in as, as the capable sub at running back, I thought they'd just keep running it. And they went with the pass, and it was wide open. Give Longwell a little bit of a fruit, He deserved it.
He does deserve it. Venson will stay in the ball game, out of the pistol with 2 wings. Venson gets the carry, goes up the middle to the 2, down near the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal from there as the Tigers trying to throw a knockout punch here in the 4th quarter. Just inside the 2, 2nd and goal.
I'll tell you what, Dino, Venson, similar in build to Pfeiffer, Yeah,
5'8". He's 210 pounds. He's a little bit bigger in terms of weight. And he's only a junior. He's back next year. 2nd and goal. He might get a touchdown here, though. Benson's got it. Powers ahead to the 1. Crowd, you can hear in front of us, wants the touchdown. They're not going to get it. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1.
You know what? I mean, that probably doesn't turn out to hurt them because they're probably going to punch it in.
And Nate Moore just said, just put Pfeiffer back in.
Well, this would be for 5.
This would be for
Dino?
5. This would be for his 5th touchdown.
Guess who's getting the ball on this snap?
And guess what? He'll get it next one if he doesn't get it on 3rd down. Timeout taken by the Eagles with 7:48 to go. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 1.
I mean,
Zion's going to get it on 3rd down and if necessary on 4th down.
And that's the thing about what Massillon's been able to do today is they've essentially said to Avon, good luck trying to stop this guy.
Right.
And Avon hasn't been able to. It's not like they've disguised it. They're going to him.
I mean, to be honest with yourself, if you're a defense, you just say, okay, what do I do to stop Massillon? Okay, well, I'm going to play in that deep zone as you talked about, and I'm not going to let Ballard and Wilson Lamp beat me deep. Well, okay, we're just going to run the ball, and we're going to throw short passes, and we're going to nickel and dime you.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we'll play more of press coverage. Okay, we're going to let Ballard, who's 6'2", and Wilson Lamp, who's 6'2", and they're both about 190 pounds or so. We're going to let them beat you man for man.
Yeah, and this is where the Massillon wideouts have had to be decoys or occupiers, and they've done an excellent job because you've had a guy like Pfeiffer just dominate the game.
3rd and goal from the 1 out of the timeout. The give. Pfeiffer to the right. Got stood up right as he tried to vault into the end zone and pushed back there. Massillon, I over the far side, Jalen Ballard saying, he got in. I don't think so. There was a collision right at the goal line. Somebody for Avon went high and stopped him right at the 1.
I wanted to say it was Mr. Seth Broadbent.
I think you might be right over the linebacker to the
I'll tell you what, that was a
fine
collision.
play.
A couple of semis just banging into
somebody
each
with
other.
the number of 96 has been brought in. 4th and goal from the 1. Pfeiffer again to the left, and he's in. Touchdown, number 5.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that Pfeiffer or is that Vincent? Hard to tell, Dino. Let's see.
It might have been Vincent.
Right. You're usually right.
Yeah, you might be right, partner. I think that could have been Vincent.
We're watching him as he goes to the sideline. It's so hard to see those
Dennis
numbers.
Manoloff, I think, is right on point.
Yeah,
that's Vincent.
26. For one.
Well called, Dennis Manoloff. Raekwon Vincent gets the touchdown.
Yeah.
Vincent, his 5th of the year.
Yeah, this just too much power, you know?
Well, there's part of the reason is the Bauer for the extra point. It's up and it's good. If you're Nate Moore, it's now 35-10. If you're Nate Moore, you're saying, okay, wait, I got to think about this. I got to play next week. I don't know how Terrence Keys is going to be feeling and they may have to play Thursday night, by the way. I don't know how Terrence Keys is going to be feeling. I don't want to hurt Zion Pfeiffer. Let me give the ball in this situation to my third string guy. And, 1 yard out, less than a yard out, Benson was more than up to the task on that touchdown run.
To your point, Dino, I think we've seen the last of Mr. Pfeiffer. Just a phenomenal game in the state semifinal. I don't see any reason to send him out there.
No, I wouldn't think so.
You're in complete control of this game if you're Massillon. And, a competitive game at the half has turned into a lopsided game, not because Avon isn't playing to the best of its ability. It's just that Massillon is better. Massillon has played better.
Sheer force of numbers and of talent.
And, they've got the versatility. They can beat you in the air, on the ground. Today, they choose to beat you on the ground.
And this kickoff, I think Joey Lance is going to give way here and allow Dooley to bring it back up to the 15, and Dooley will be brought down just shy of the 20, almost a helmet-to-helmet hit there on the tackle. Dooley down near the 20-yard line. And now for the last 7 minutes, there should be time, and we do have time, a lot of credit to the heart and of this Avon football team and to the coaching staff and how they adjusted on the fly week in and week out with all of these critical injuries. I mean, you lose your starting quarterback, your backup quarterback, your starting running back, and your best offensive lineman. And yet, going into halftime, it was a ball game in the state semifinals against the Massillon Tigers. As on first down, Lance gets the bubble screen from Myers at the 20 and goes forward to about the 27-yard line.
Ball's out.
And
no, they're saying it was down.
Yeah, they are saying it was down.
It was Lance, and they said he was down. But let's see the replay here.
Yeah, we get a replay on the jumbotron up here.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
But Dino, I echo your sentiments 1,000%. What an amazing coaching job by Mike Elder again. I said it wasn't amazing because he's doing it. You expect him to be this good as a coach, but to have his team where it is, to even have gotten to this point, is a tremendous credit to Avon and the coaching staff.
Out of the shotgun snap, it's Hunter getting the carry. He'll go to the 29, going to be just shy of the first down near the 30-yard line. I mean, Mike Elder, this is his 13th year at Avon. He coached at Perry before he got to Avon, the Pirates, and was successful there. He's got 187 wins. So,
that's called the dynasty.
If he has another Mike Elder type year next year, he'll have a really legit shot at 200 wins.
I love watching Avon play. They're
I
so
do too.
well coached. They have so many different things going on. Their players are just,
They don't
play hard.
They don't beat themselves, as Lance will get the first down running to his left to the 34-yard line out of the Wildcat. And, you sit there and desperate times calls for desperate measures. You don't have Danny Zay, who had a great year throwing the football. I mean, Joey Lance, just to illustrate, had 31 catches this year and 10 touchdown catches.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got to throw out everything and figure out what's going to give us the best chance to win. All right, well, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's if Lance is our best player, let's figure out how to give him the football, and they go to the Wildcat. I remember, when Robert Smith was playing back in his high school days, I can remember at one point against St. Ignatius, they would do that with him, as on the ground, it will be Lance crossing the 40, still on his feet, to the 44-yard line and down there.
Can't say enough about Lance. Just the performance. I mean, okay, Mr. Lance, you're going to have to go up against the Massillon Tigers defense in a Wildcat and try to move the ball. And you know what? For the most part, he did.
Yeah.
He's done a really, really good job tonight.
Yeah. I mean,
even though it's 35-10, where would this team have been without Lance?
Without him, and he'll get another snap. He'll run to his left, and this time the Tigers do a good job of grabbing him. Ethan Tobin from his defensive end spot brought him down shy of the first down marker. They had to get right to midfield, and they're not quite there, so it'll be third down and a couple of feet with 4:25 and counting on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Just so impressed by how well played this game has been.
Yeah, very, because Hunter will get the first down as he'll run it to the 50-yard line now, and that is a first down as he gets about 6 on the carry. Massillon's night and day from the team I saw a few weeks ago against Barberton. They played sloppy that night. They still won, and they were able to pull away, but played just so much more of a disciplined game tonight. And the result has been on the board. They've beaten a very good Avon team, and they took anything that whatever Avon could give them, they were able to find success. Yeah. Ball is in Massillon territory now at the 46. As it will be Lance running left, follows behind a good Hunter block and gets the first down as he'll cross the Massillon 40 and go out of bounds at the 39-yard line with 3:38 to go. And kind of exemplifies what Avon has done in this postseason run, what they're doing in this drive. It's not quitting. And they're figuring, they're going to go out like winners.
No doubt. The Avon has absolutely nothing to hang its helmets about. They've given it everything they've had. Massillon's just better at this particular time than Avon is.
And this has been 3 straight years now to the Final Four here, as the give is to Hunter, and was able to sneak out of a would-be tackler who was almost got him by the helmet, and he able to fall forward to near the 35-yard line. The problem the last 2 years has been, Archbishop Hoban stood in their way, and then this year with a shorthanded roster, they had to deal with Massillon. It's not easy to be in Division II in the state of Ohio.
I hear you. And, after this play, I'll tell you something that our boy Roadman told us.
2nd and 5, going to his right is Lance, and this time he has nowhere to go. Was trying to turn it upfield, and Luke Murphy turned him out of bounds instead.
Yeah, our guy Roadman, he knows the Massillon as well as anybody, and he's doing work for his station.
His Canton station, HBC, down in Canton.
And he told us before the game that Massillon is capable of beating you in a variety of ways, not just the versatility on offense, but they can beat you defensively
Yeah.
if need be. And you've seen the full Massillon contribution tonight.
Yeah, it was a collective effort, no doubt
Their
about
corners, man, you don't get open against their corners.
it. You're right. You're right.
Sorry. I mean, that's just one part of it. But every part of Massillon's game on offense and defense has been good. I'm sure the coaches can nitpick, but you look at this performance by Massillon against an extremely well-coached and well-executing Avon team, and you're up 35-10.
Play clock was about to expire, so Avon will take a timeout with 2:29 to go here in the fourth quarter, 35-10 in favor of Massillon. It'll be a 3rd and 8 from the Massillon 38-yard line. D-Man and I will head down on the field afterwards, try and get a quick word in with a player or a coach, and then
We got to get Pfeiffer somehow, some way.
I want to talk to Zion, and then we will let you know. Depending on what happens with Menor, depending on what happens with Aurora, depending on what happens tomorrow with Kirtland, and obviously we know now Massillon's heading to the state championship against look like LaSalle. We'll let you know next week where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing state championship weekend. As Lance on 3rd and 8, back to throw. Now he's going to run it to the right to the 35 and stretches out to about the 32-yard line. Going to be about a yard short of the first down.
You know what, Dino? Lance is a gamer. Yeah, that's all he is. He's just a gamer. He's out there playing hard all the way through, even though his team's down.
His final game, and he brought it tonight.
They all did.
They all did. Yeah.
But Lance especially, because he's had such a difficult task.
4th and about 2, he'll keep it. Lance runs to the wide side and cuts in, and he's not going to get to the 30-yard line. He brought down to the 31, but he had to get inside that mark, and I think it's going to be Massillon taking over. But we've got a holding anyway, so wouldn't have mattered regardless. And I would imagine the Tigers will just decline and take over with a minute 50 to go.
You know what, Dino? Here's the thing. Lance slow to get up and hobbling. I'm almost positive that is Lance hobbling off, and you just think about getting a huge embrace from one of the coaches. He's just limping, but what an unbelievably gutty, gritty performance by Lance out of the Wildcats.
He gave this team and this community over the last 2 weeks, obviously a great career, but specifically these last 2 weeks when they've had all these injuries, that's all everybody's talked about. Avon's injured. He gave them hope. He gave them a belief that they could still somehow win a state championship. And I just to see it, I don't know if it might have been Mike Elder who embraced him. I think that exemplifies you gave us all a shot.
Yeah.
By being willing to do anything to help your team win and adapt and adjust to being the Wildcat quarterback. You can't say enough.
When you say of somebody he left it all on the field, it's a cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. Lance left it all on the field.
And as a show of respect, Nate Moore is going to have his offense go to the victory formation.
Yeah, that's classy. I mean, Massillon has played a terrific game from stem to stern.
Almost flawless
they should feel
tonight.
Very good about themselves going into next week.
And it's not like they weren't shorthanded. They had to go without their starting running back tonight, and all Zion Pfeiffer did was score 4 touchdowns, and the backup Raekwon Benson added 1 for good measure. It was top to bottom a tremendous performance tonight by the Massillon Tigers. And as we said, this is a team with a long history of success and dominance in Ohio high school football, but they've not won a state title since 1970. They are well positioned. Good luck, LaSalle, next week. They're well positioned to break that next week. And to do so, the other thing to think about, they're going to be playing again virtually in their backyard in Canton at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. So this Tiger crowd's going to travel very well.
This Tiger crowd is intense, and everything about Massillon is just love of the game, love of football. If you're going to beat the Fighting Spielmans, you got a lot of work to do.
Good luck.
Because they're tough in every aspect of the game.
This will be the final kneel down here Aiden Longwell will go to a knee, and that is going to do it. The Massillon Tigers have returned to the Division II state championship game as they beat the Avon Eagles tonight here in Parma by the final of 35-10.
Yeah, just a class ending to this game. Two great programs getting together, at midfield and shaking hands. Just an impressive performance. Here's the thing, Dino. Yes, it was a 25-point game, but it didn't feel like a blowout until the very end. And that's a credit to Avon that they did. It never felt like a blowout until maybe the last 6 minutes. But the story of this game is Massillon's ability to beat you in a variety of ways. Today they chose the running game and their defense. I mean, even though Avon was forced into the Wildcat, for Massillon to hold Avon to 10 points is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, we both said it, Avon's going to have to throw. Avon's going to have to get something in the passing game just to show that they could do it. Massillon wouldn't let him do it. Never let him get that big completion, except for on the reverse pass from Matlack. Other than that, they were not able to throw the football tonight against the Tiger defense. So the Eagles will finish out at 13-1. They'll see their season for the second year in a row, actually third year in a row, come to an end at this stage in the state semis. Nothing to hang their heads about. They have just been tremendous again this year and again in this postseason. Massillon now 14-0 and bound for the state championship game in Division II next week against what looks like Cincinnati LaSalle. We'll see if Tyler Carey can give us one more score update before we hit the field here and jump off the air.
Dino, you gotta have TC give us the Menor update.
I need a Menor.
We didn't come this far with Menor to see him lose.
I need a Menor update and I need an Aurora update.
Come on, TC.
Because that would be those two teams would both probably play on next Friday in the state championships. Mansfield Senior and Aurora, Pickerington Central and Menor. We'll await. I'll give TC a moment here to try to help us out with a score update as the two teams make their way to their respective huddles. I just can't say enough again. Massillon came in tonight. They were the favorites, but they played so disciplined. No turnovers tonight. Penalties were to a minimum. They're just as close to being flawless as you could be. I thought Massillon played tonight in this round.
Right, as we said, the coaching staff will find flaws because that's what the coaching staffs do. It's the good ones. They find mistakes to correct. And yes, they got beat on that reverse pass. But other than that, were they ever really out of position? Maybe on a few of the Lance runs. But I think if you say that, then you diminish what Lance was able to do as an individual. I think he drove Massillon crazy with his ability, and Massillon probably says, you know what? We got through with a really difficult Wildcat quarterback in Lance. If you don't have a guy like that, we're going to be even better defensively.
All right, Tyler, you ask, Tyler Carey responds because that's what he does. Mansfield and Aurora in the fourth quarter, knotted up at 14 apiece.
Oh, wow.
Menor trails Pickerington Central 28-21 in the fourth. Come on, Cardinals.
Oh, boy.
And LaSalle still leading Toledo Central Catholic 35-21 in the fourth. So it appears that Massillon will play LaSalle next week at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. All right, that'll do it for the D-Man and yours truly up here in the booth here at Parma. We'll head down and talk to Zion Pfeiffer here and the Tigers in a second. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, tonight. And D-Man, thank you as always, my man.
Thank you.
Again, your final from Byers Field at Bolton Stadium. The Massillon Tigers bound for the state championship game. They beat the Avon Eagles 35-10. Have a great night, everyone.